Hello students, welcome to all in these virtual classes. This class is meant for the BA second year students. The title of the paper is Literature in English. Students, in this video we will learn the Thomas Hardy's very famous novel Far from the Madding Crowd. In this video we will explore the sketches of the rural life in this novel. The slices of rural life in the novel. First scene is the ship washing, subsequently the hurdle makers, and last one is the Green Hill Fair. So in this first point, the ship washing. Actually the ship washing, this scene, and ship sharing, this scene is present the farm workers as a kind of Greek chorus and also help to create a sense of the rituals built around the seasons of the farm. The ship washing pool was perfect circular basin of brickwork in the meadows, full of the clearest water to bird on the wing its glassy surface, reflecting the light sky, must have been visible for miles around as a glistening cyclops, eye in a green face. The grass about the margin at this season was a sight to remember long in a minor sort of a way. Its activity in sucking the moisture from the rich damp soil was almost a process observable by the eye. The outskirts of this level water meadow were diversified by rounded and hollow pastures, where just now every flower that was not a buttercup was a daisy. The river slid along noiselessly as a shade, the swelling reeds and sages forming a flexible palisade upon its moist brink. A tributary of the main stream flowed through the basin of the pool by an inlet and outlet at opposite points of its diameter. Shepherd Oak, Jancogan Moon Progress, Canbale, and several others were assembled here, all dripping wet to the very roots of their hair, and Bathsheba was standing by in a new riding habit, the most elegant she had even worn, the reins of her horse being looped over the arm. The midship were pushed into the pool by Coggan and Matthew Moon, who stood by the lower hatch immersed to their waists. Then Gabriel, who stood on the brink, thrust them under as they swam along, with an instrument like a crutch formed for the purpose and also for assisting the exhausted animals when the wool became saturated and they began to sink. The second scene in this novel is the hurdle makers. The hurdle makers is just thatched with straw were struck into the ground at various scattered points, amid and under which forms of meek eaves moved and rusted. And the last one, that is the last scene, the Green Hill Fair. The Green Hill Fair. This is the this built around the Green Hill Fair, around the ship fair, where farmers and shepherds meet from all over the countryside in September. Hardy describes the fair in detail. Gabriel's sheep from the Boldwood and Bathsheba's farms are universally admired. The fair also contains a circular tent of exceptional newness and size, in which a theatrical show is being performed called the Royal Hippodrome Performance of Turpin's Ride to York and the Death of Black Bess. It stars Troy as the lead role. We see the farm labourers, Progress and Coggan in the audience engaged in the comical bickering. The Green Hill Fair contains an enormous amount of factual information about life in Dorsetshire. One of Hardy's projects in this novel is to preserve a detailed account of the rural habits of the region that he saw becoming extinct in an age of increasing industrialization. The agricultural economy would suffer in the late 1800s through competition with produce from other countries. Faster transportation and technological advances in the refrigeration meant that by 1900 the English no longer had to subsist on the food grown on British soil alone. The agricultural fair then is a ritual that hardly sees dying out, and the chapter serves as a sort of historical document or a record. The Green Hill was the Nijni Novgorod of South Wessex, and the busiest, merriest, noisiest day of the whole statute number was the day of the ship fair. This yearly gathering was upon the summit of a hill which retained in a good reservation the remains of an ancient earthwork consisting of a huge rampart and entrenchment of an oval form encircling the top of the hill, though somewhat broken down here and there. To each of the two chief openings on opposite sides, a winding road ascended, and the level green space of 10 or 15 acres enclosed by the bank was the site of the fair. In another part of the hill, an altogether different scene began to force itself upon the eye towards midday. A circular tent of exceptional newness and size was in course of erection here. As soon as the tent was completed, the band struck up highly stimulating harmonies. Then the drums and trumpets again sent forth their echoing notes. Thank you, students. I hope you have understood the rural sketches or rural slices in this novel Far from the Mating Ground. If you are not able to understand, you can review the same video once again. Thank you and see you in the next video.